Is it Henry or Henri? Henri, right? Like how the French say Henri. But I'm going to say Veesaar, the 22-year-old junior out of Estonia who transferred from Arizona, is climbing his way up into the first round. I want to talk about him. I think he's a fun guy to watch. Let me know your thoughts on him and why. Like, comment, and subscribe. In 27 games this season, the numbers are hard to ignore for Veesaar, a modern big, nearly averaging 17 points, 8.5 rebounds to go with 1.5 blocks. But it's his shooting, 61% from the field, almost 42% from 3 on over, 2 attempts from deep per game. And Veesaar does a lot of things. He spaces the floor as a legit stretch 5, forcing opposing bigs to guard him on the perimeter, opening up the lanes and floor for his teammates. He's got great IQ on both sides of the ball, and he's got good feel for the game. He's always making the right play, and he plays within the flow of the offense. For a 7-footer, he shows fluid mobility, moving his feet well enough to switch onto the perimeter and recover on defense. Uses his length and ability to extend to make up for the athleticism that his opponents might have over him. And Veesaar can handle the ball confidently in the open court, attack closeouts, putting the ball on the deck to get to the rim. He finishes with excellent touch around the basket, using his length and extension and soft hands to convert 61% of his 2-point attempts. He protects the paint as a help side rim protector, as he does a good job recovering and erasing shots. And he also is a decent guy at being a drop coverage big. He moves the ball unselfishly and makes smart passes out the post, dribble handoffs, and even from the elbow, keeping the offense flowing. And he put together a dominant mid-season stretch from late November through January, consistently posting double-doubles, high percentage games with a 26-point, 10 of 11 shooting against Davidson, a 26.9 rebound, 9 of 10 shooting against SMU. And yes, we talked about there are certain things like physically that might be a weakness for him. Veesaar has had a tendency of getting pushed around the glass. He's like 230 pounds. I think he needs to get closer to 250, and he'll lose positioning against stronger, better boxing out physical centers. And he struggles to set solid screens at times. Like, he should be a better screener. He just doesn't set them well, slipping early or failing to make contact, which I think limits him as a pick and roll big or even as a pick and pop big. He also should be a better trailing big. Now, again, going back to like him being like 230, I think he could get stronger, and that would allow him to have more power when finishing through contact, where he does a lot of fading away or does like altering of his shots, trying to be more finesse than just powerful. And he actively avoids operating with his back to the basket, shying away from post physicality and preferring to face up. His rebounding numbers can be misleading. He doesn't consistently secure contested boards in traffic. He had a rough patch in late January and early February where his production dipped, scoring just 7 points against Wake Forest, struggling with foul trouble and inefficient shooting against NC State and Boston College. He'll be over 22 years old at draft time, but he's an older prospect. He's got some questions about how close is he to being a finished product. But due to his legitimate floor spacing ability from the center position, mobile enough to play some 4, and is a willing defender, I think you like that as an offensive hub ceiling, or at least to be a pick and pop threat who can maybe be a poor man's Brook Lopez in that sense. Now, his time at UNC saw him emerge since transferring from Arizona. He's going to have to show that he can keep up with NBA level bigs, but I think Veesaar shows that at worst he's a rotational backup center who could be a starter in the NBA. Now, Maxi Kleber, I don't know if it's like the perfect fit, but I think Maxi Kleber, his ability to space the floor, provide surprisingly sturdy team defense, is similar to how Veesaar could stick in the NBA. I think Veesaar is a much more dynamic offensive player, settling into a role where he spaces the floor for a ball dominant guard and makes smart defensive rotations and is able to rebound and rim protect is going to be a great outcome. So I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of the video, what do you guys think of Veesaar? And is it Henri or Henry? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the way to 20,000. It would mean a ton if you hit that subscribe button. And go check out my work at hoopshype.com. Ciao.